It's the NFL on EA Sports as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. They go play action with Hurts. And his first pass is incomplete.
It's zone defense right away here defensively, and I know that these linebackers and DBs are going to be tested throughout. They passed the first test, though. This one falls incomplete.
Here's 2nd and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. Down the left sideline. Saquon Barkley. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 67 yards. 1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Saquon Barkley. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Eagles are on the board first on the road here in Baltimore. Elliott good on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this. Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
And in our meeting with the special teams coordinator, we asked him, what's your philosophy on bringing the ball out? Do you give him a red light? Do you keep him in? Green light, let him go? Let's see if he changes from green light to red light after that costly error.
Yeah, you know what I remember from that meeting? He brought donuts.
I like him.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
But he's not happy right now.
No, don't tell everyone how many I have.
From the 20, here's 2nd and 9. They'll run it again with Barkley. And he's going to be down close to a first down at the Ravens' 13-yard line. 81 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he's able to pick up the first before he's brought down inside the 5 at the 4. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. Barkley is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21. There's the former Heisman winner. It's Derrick Henry. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
I'm with you on that one. And what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football. Let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Jackson. They set up the screen for Henry. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
In motion, Aguilar. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. They'll drop to throw. Rolling to his left. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Call it a loss of 4 there on the sack. And speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
A 45-yard punt, 4 there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, and right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. They'll come up now 3rd and 3. As they've got it as we resume action. On 3rd down, Barkley. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. They'll run with Barkley. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and that will force a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Jackson going to change things up a bit.
A 1st down carry for Henry.
Zach Bond there on the tackle. 2nd and 5.
Henry up the middle. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson eluding the pressure right. That is caught, and they move this all the way down to the 9. Wow, first and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
What an excellent end result for them, but let's go back to the decision, first of all, to go for it all on fourth down. A lot of pressure on the quarterback's shoulders, but they knew he could handle it. Makes the right read there, gets the ball to his receiver. They get the first down. It's now first and goal.
They'll run with Mitchell. And he maneuvers his way down to the 3-yard line. A nice pickup of 6 there to get him closer to the end zone, and it'll be second and goal.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on first and goal.
And he rifles one incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
The line of scrimmage is the 3 as they look to cash in on third and goal. Henry. Yeah, this is going to depend on the spot, but I believe he might be a few inches short. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave him with some options here on 4th and inches. Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the second quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2.
And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Derrick Henry from a yard away bowling his way in. And the Ravens' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, I mean, down early here in this first half, I think they felt their backs were against the wall already, so they go for it on 4th and goal. They're able to punch it into the end zone.
And they did a nice job there, feeling like their backs were against the wall, but going ahead and hunkering down and pushing forward and getting that score. That continues to give them an opportunity.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. That ball caught by Campbell. Touchdown! Paris Campbell, 37 yards. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But not only, Charles, did he beat double coverage to make the catch, and then as soon as he did, locked his gaze upfield and made sure to reach the end zone.
Go grab your dictionary, partner. Look up determination, and his picture is going to pop right up. How about him getting through multiple defenders, finding his way through coverage, and making sure he got to the end zone? That's a big-time play right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. Both Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Well, he made that catch knowing full well that at the end of it, he's going to catch a pretty good lick.
I guess if there's anyone on this team that can absorb a pop, it's him. Inside handoff, Henry. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Jackson now on 1st down, escaping the pressure right. And he'll get it down here to the 43.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3. Now they'll change things up.
On 2nd down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Jackson. Flush to his right.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 27-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Tucker's kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football and something they've worked on since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
No touch, 180, 180. Easy, 63, 63. No touch.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the 1st half of play. 1st half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always to you and the gang in Orlando as we welcome everyone back in for quarter number 3.
The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
In the 1st half, they struggled a little bit to keep pace offensively, CD, down 2 scores here. So how do they make some changes coming out of the locker room?
Well, they've studied what they did in the 1st half. They've seen what the defense has thrown at them. Now they want to have a plan of attack against it. So you come out, you're not going to get all the points back on one drive, but get started on it. Start chopping into that lead, and maybe it'll inspire your defense to help out as well.
They'll motion the tight end across the formation. Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They'll run it again with Henry. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
Sometimes I get almost mesmerized watching these runners who have great vision. You know, those eyes that carry their feet to open spaces, make people miss. I just love watching those guys go to work.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on first down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. A short throw caught by Andrews. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
A handoff running left, Henry. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 4.
Again to Henry. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Consecutive runs of 6 yards gives him a 1st and 10.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a handoff to Henry. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first down. Now it's 1st and 10, as you said, in the red zone.
And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
In any event, it happened pretty quickly. I'm not sure he made the right decision on that one. I think if he had it to do over again, he would have found a different target downfield. But he made his decision, and that one's incomplete.
Here's Jackson. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Eagles are going to take over at their own 11-yard.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Here's Jason Sanders now to get this one started, and we are underway from Hard Rock Stadium. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone, and he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Play action. It's Jackson. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henry. And he'll get about 6 there before he is taken down rather rudely and abruptly. Here's Jackson to throw. He's got Derrick Henry again, back-to-back catches. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That's good for a first down, his second catch of the opening drive. Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
2 yards to go, second down. Jackson will throw again. Buying time to his left. And he's got this down to the 35. Now Lamar changing another first down. Really a solid start here on the opening drive, Charles. He's now 4 of 4, and they're already in plus territory.
Brandon, he's been so precise to start this game, like we're watching an operation taking place right now. Master surgeon at work.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. Forced out to his left. A wild throw there, and it is intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the Dolphins are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
Tua sets up to pass it. He'll get this to his tight end. It's Jonnu Smith. Look at the big fella go. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jonnu Smith, 61 yards. And the Dolphins use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it, took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your...
Derrick Henry all alone. And he will
He'll step out of bounds here inside the 30.
A big play there on the catch and run. 43 yards.
So often on these RPOs, we see the ball get from the quarterback to the receiver in what feels like a nanosecond. But on this play, he actually cleared coverage downfield a bit before the ball got to him. The net result, though, a considerable gain.
They set up the screen to Hill. And in for the Ravens touchdown. Justice Hill, 28 yards.
And the Ravens are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right, because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
It's complete, and this play is not going to work. He stopped short of the goal line, and this will remain a 7-6 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
A lot of bodies there in the middle of the field, and that one intercepted.
Yeah, he's looking for his tight end running a drag route across the field, and normally you'd like him to work a little bit further outside. Here the throw's a little early, and it winds up in the hands of the defender.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. They go play action with Jackson.
That's complete to his receiver, Bateman.
And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds.
Jackson to Bateman there, first down Ravens.
On the ground, this is Derrick Henry. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else he'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
He drops this one off underneath here for Hill. And the Ravens are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
After one, a 1-point game, 7-6.
Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they go to work on a 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Henry. And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry taking it in from a yard out. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And that'll make this a 6-point game. Tucker now following the made field goal, set to kick it away.
Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
Up the middle, Achane.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Tua is going to change things up.
Third and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
No sign of Tua departing. Fourth down, they're going for it.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5. They're going for it. Here's Tua with it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
A run straight ahead with Achane.
Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
First carry for Raheem Mostert.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Here's Tagovailoa to throw.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
In motion, Hill. Tua on 4th down.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. They go for it on 4th down, and it pays off big time as they pick up 29. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
We got 3, fellas, we got 3.
Now Achane on 1st and 10.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Tua.
They set up the screen. Achane has it.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining.
So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20.
Watch that in, tight end's right.
And they'll give this to Achane.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Now a 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground, this time Mostert.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
That solid gainer will put them on the doorstep of the end zone. More importantly, it gives them a fresh set of downs. Nice work right there.
So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
Here's the veteran. That's Jeff Wilson.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
A handoff running left is Mostert.
And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
Raheem Mostert
As the first half is winding down.
and the Dolphins have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead into the locker room.
Sanders on for the extra point. And this puts him on top by a penny. It's 14-13.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Wait.
Going to the air. Tagovailoa flushed out right. And he'll get this into the hands of Hill, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
That goes for a gain of 31. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the third quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL.
Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
To his throw, caught by his receiver, Hill.
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 38 yards. And the Dolphins are able to stretch out their lead. And there they got him the ball. Just get it to him, let him do the rest.
You know, he probably said that to his quarterback as he broke the huddle. I like the play call. Just get it to me. I'll take care of the rest of it.
Helping out his rack, right? RAC.
Run after catch, and he loves that, and he's going to carry that in at contract time.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And the lead is up to 8. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He completes it to Henry. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Nice job by the defense figuring that play out and holding it to a short game, but I don't think the offense is going to be daunted. They actually accomplished their goal there. Now they've got them aware that they can throw a screen at them, maybe to slow the pass rush down a little bit, and they can throw it downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 9 now from the 29.
Let's go. Do you tighten up? Let's go. Do you tighten up? Bang, 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 bang.
Now it's Jackson. That one complete to Hill. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Third and 4.
Running from the gun with Henry. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Throwing is Jackson. Steps away to his left.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Derrick Henry with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have come back to make it a 2-point game.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away.
On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line.
First down Miami as they get set to start the drive.
We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Second and 6. From the gun, a run with Mostert. And he'll take this to about the 24, a gain of 3. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Here's 3rd and 3.
Double time. Everyone's got 4 down. Ready.
They'll try and run here with Mostert.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The Dolphins will send out the punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And this returnable for Sims. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
46 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Now Jackson on 2nd down.
A check down here for Henry.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Play action. Now Jackson.
A short one there, caught by Likely.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
Jackson now. Eluding the pressure right.
A short throw caught by Andrews. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The noise is getting deafening. Here's 3rd down and 3. They go play action now. Jackson. And he'll go right back to Andrews. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Who wants it more? This is 4th and a yard. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Now it's Jackson. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back, and he is going to lose yardage here. This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. And for Jackson, this may be a free play. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Jackson, option right. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 22 yards. And the Ravens have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the 4th. Tucker with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Tua going to change the play. Tagovailoa. He's got to complete to Waddle. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So an ideal set of circumstances there. They move the chains, and they save that final timeout.
That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Tua.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in.
Yes, down by a touchdown. They needed a big play here quickly, and they got one. And now, plenty of time. No need to panic, but you do need to move quickly.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10.
He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line.
This is 1st and 10. Now Tua. Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
They'll come up now on 2nd down. Here's Tua. This is caught by Waddle.
And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
Seven seconds to play. No timeouts, remember. Throwing Tua. This ball intercepted. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens have just about sewn up this football game. So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here, because they were sharp in moving it down the field, but sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.